It is Tuesday, August 5th. The university clinic called me today. I'm supposed to go in a couple days on Thursday to get another chemo treatment. Same protocol as we did before at the other hospital. Except today I got a call that the gynecologist, the head of gynecology, wants to see me. And also the pediatricians are going to be involved. Which I'm really happy about. So they want me to come in tomorrow, which means I have to make 2 trips this week. It's not too terrible. It's about 40 minutes drive. If their traffic is really, really great, it might be 35 minutes. But we live in or my mom and we currently live in a very small town. And this is in the big city in Frankfurt. So it's like, going into the city, in the middle of the city, which this hospital is in the middle of the city. Traffic, you never know. So doing that tomorrow, and I'm happy because they are mainly interested in the baby side of things, which is really important. Like, as I have stated before, for me, it's always important. Can we push it out further? I don't want to go to 34 or 35 weeks. No, it's 34 weeks that they wanted me, or, someone said something about you could deliver at 34 weeks. And I'm saying I would love to wait 3 more weeks just to make it to 37 weeks, because that would mean it's not preterm any longer. And in the pregnant and cancer group, the Facebook group that I'm in, which it's been an amazing resource just to connect with other women who have gone through the same. There was one lady who commented and she said, I have had 1 baby at 34 weeks and 1 baby at 37 weeks. And the difference was night and day. The 34-weeker needed a lot of help. There were some problems. Needed a breathing tube or was in the NICU for a few days. Not long, but a few days. The 37-weeker was all well. No complications. So I think for the baby, it would be really good if there are no problems, if development is good, to stay in there a little longer. And at the same time, if that also means there are no negative effects on me by not having treatment. But we're going to do another chemo tomorrow, in a couple days from now, which I dread. It's always like the week, like for a week after chemo, I don't feel so good. My digestion is way off nowadays. And the second week after, like I'm feeling like now, it's been almost 2 weeks. My body is trying to get back into balance. Well, and then we're going to hit it again, right? So it destroys a lot of your own cells and your own body tissues, especially fast-growing cells, which means, skin, hair, which in this case, I'm very grateful. I mean, look, my hair is as thick as it ever was. And I have very thick hair. If it had fallen out, I would have shaved it very quickly, because that's a lot of hair that I have here. But I'm not complaining. It wouldn't have been a big deal, but I'm not complaining. Keeping my hair. This medication specifically also is not supposed to cross the placenta. I don't know about the oxaliplatin, but apparently baby is still fine. Not sure if he wants to do a detailed or ultrasound tomorrow. He might do another ultrasound. We did one last week. I'll be fine with that, because I just, especially before the chemo, if we see anything that is not okay, then we could still act and maybe postpone the chemo or not do it. But I'm assuming and hoping that all is well, which then means I can go ahead in a couple days and do another round of chemo, which means I feel like crap again for another week. One big win that also tells me that things are getting better is that, I used to have daily vomiting and eating was such a struggle. Eating is getting so much better. I'm eating tons of watermelon because even still, like chugging down water does not feel good at all. I drink decaf green tea. It's good. It's very good. Even, antioxidants and cancer-fighting properties, just to support. And especially it's in the stomach directly. So anything that hits the stomach directly is really good if it helps kill the cancer cells, or, induce apoptosis. They die naturally, hopefully, which that's one of the things that is really, tricky about cancer cells, because they don't have that program built in anymore. Normal cells have a life cycle, a lifespan, and then they die off naturally. They kill themselves, basically. Cancer cells, baby, that's my stuff. Can I take a bite? I'm having a protein bar here. This is from this would have been impossible a few weeks ago. Salted caramel. I'm basically doing 0 sugar, which is not hard for me because I've done it for years. I've always gone back and forth between really 0 sugar and very little sugar. So, but trying to get some more protein. But the watermelon has been so amazing. I mean, now it's summertime. If not now. He wants my protein bar. He's trying to hide it, but he found it. And then he kind of slobbers on it. I did want to talk a little bit about mindset. Thank you all. I very much appreciate all of your positive comments. And it feels really good. Yeah, okay. It feels really good. I'm sorry about the chewing. To hear feedback about, you're such a strong woman. You're doing fantastic. You're an inspiration. It does feel good. Because that's what I want. I want to show everyone that it's possible to keep a positive attitude, but I also have to say that where I'm at now, mindset-wise, it's a result of years and years of reading, working on myself, working with a coach. It actually was a business coach, but it wasn't just business coach. It was like mindset, big time. And here's the thing. I don't label things anymore as good or bad, or right or wrong. I label things as, this is what I wanted, or this is what I didn't want. But even things that you don't want, sometimes, unexpected things happen. But I would have to make several videos about everything that flows into how my mindset is nowadays. I read the Jane Roberts books, the Seth books. The first one I read was Seth Speaks. I can't really tell you the details right now. If you just hear it unless you read the entire book, it sounds very woo-woo. But it's not really. There's actually a lot of science that supports, everything consists of energy, and everything has a frequency. In physics, they're still arguing, is it particles or is it waves? Well, maybe it's both, but everything has a frequency. We know that. Physically, everything has a frequency. Every thing has, could start vibrating at its own frequency. So, yes, whatever you send out, brain waves are frequency. And there are different brain waves that's scientifically proven. The alpha waves and the gamma waves. And my coach explained everything to me once, like, what is the state of your brain with all of these different brain activity, like the brainwave activities, which they can be measured. But what is important is that everything is energy. And we know, even from thermodynamic laws, right? Energy can never be lost. It's only transformed. So I always think of everything as, this is part of my journey and my story, and this is the reality that exists right now. And I attracted it because it is what, maybe not on a conscious level, what I have to experience. Maybe in a sense, I want to experience that on some level, because it's gonna give me that life experience, once I'm at the end of life, that I had desired for this experience of this reality and this lifetime in this physical body. Which also does, which also does include being uncomfortable sometimes. And yes, physical pain, allowing myself to feel the pain and to also be a human and to say, you know what, it sucks, I hate it, it hurts in the moment, but then at the same time, taking it on and accepting. I don't know how I manage it. It's just the way I am these days. Any of the things that have happened so far, it's almost like very stoic. Not in the sense of I don't care, but in the sense of I accept. I just live it. And maybe I've always been this way in a way, to where the moment something happens that is, maybe for a lot of people they would describe it as traumatic, horrible, painful. When I'm in the middle of that moment, I've always known, even as a child, this is the lowest, which means it will pass, and it can't get lower than that. It will get better. I will get through. It's almost like close your eyes and get through it. As time passes, it will also pass. And, even with the laparoscopy and endoscopy and all the procedures and being pregnant and having all this ascites, which I felt almost like I was going to explode at some point with so much fluid in my abdomen. I always kept my calm. On the one hand, it's like, oh my God, it hurts. And on the other hand, I kept my calm because it's not contributing anything positive to be negative, and also only visualizing the reality that I desire, but at the same time being realistic. It's not like I'm not visualizing next week I will jump around and run a marathon and I will be completely cancer-free. I just don't visualize that because it's very unlikely. It might be possible, but it's not even what I want to experience. Honestly, I want this experience, and I want to go through it. I want to live it, and I want to grow from it, through it, with it, and look back and say, like, I did what I had to do. I did what I felt was best with the knowledge that I had at the time. And always weighing the pros, the cons, the intuition, and the knowledge. Because, I think knowledge is very important. I'm doing my research, doing lots of research. At the same time, there is an intuition, especially because you're the only one who lives in your body, right? Like, no one lives in this body except me. And no one has to live with the consequences of living in this body other than me. And I'm also the one 100% responsible for all the decisions and all the consequences that come out of, what am I deciding for my children and this unborn baby right now. These are all things like I'm fully responsible for. But I'm the only one who has to live with the consequences. Once I'm out of that hospital, they delivered the baby, they went through their protocol, I'm forgotten, right? I mean, I'm a special case. They all kind of like, I feel like they all like me. I guess I'm easy to get along with. Let's just say, like, I think I'm easy to get along with so far because I smile at everyone. I'm positive, and everyone always tells me, "Oh, you're so positive. That's so awesome." And because I think the positivity can only help healing, I can literally physically feel that when I have, with the small kids, when I have moments when I'm just like stressed and they're fighting and they're biting each other and I'm like, stop it! Those are moments when physically I can tell it's not contributing anything positive. So I wanted to share these things about my mindset. If you are interested, like, what do I believe? My faith. That's a whole other story. I definitely, these days, I don't believe anymore in the good and the evil and the right and the wrong. It all exists in each and every one of us. And it's only through your actions, through your decisions, through your attitude that it manifests itself. So if you want something good, they're arguing. No one's crying. She's just screaming because she's protesting. They're arguing about the toys. Like, no, it's my toy. It's my toy. Always arguing about the toys. I feel everything exists within us, inside of each and every one of us. And it's only your decision how you want this to play out. And I want this to play out like, I want to look back and be like, I enjoyed this. Even in the bad times, or like, even the word bad. Here's the things that I talked to a lot. I talked a lot about this with my coach. Your language is extremely important. Even the self-talk and whatever you speak out, it's almost like your brain wants to believe whatever you're speaking out. So, just an example. Instead of saying, cancer is such a horrible thing and it kills a lot of people. Or maybe that's like a very general statement. But I would say in my case, it is a huge challenge. I will take it on. I will grow from it. And there certainly have been a lot of cases where people got better and got, there's no cure. Even if someone has no, they call it NED, no evidence of disease, that you are never cured of cancer. You always have to have scans. You always have to be watched because, it could come back at any time. Einmal beißen, dann gibst du es mir wieder, okay? Danke. Oh, Vorsicht, du musst da rausholen ein bisschen. He wants to take a bite of my bar. So that language, just watch yourself a little bit and see how, if things don't change. For me, things changed a lot when I changed my language, even the self-talk. I don't talk anymore about, oh, I hate it, this is so bad. Even when I deal with other people, Lola, einmal beißen, dann gibst du es mir wieder, okay? I don't even say, oh, this is like a horrible person. I mean, yes, I'm human and I say things sometimes, but when I really think about it, it's, I'd rather say, you know what? It might be their reality and their way of living. It's not up to me to judge, like, this is how you're supposed to live. if they want to do it this way, I mean, I can always decide not to have to be with someone or be around someone or deal with someone. And if I have to deal with someone, my experience is the best thing to do is to stay positive and just to be not judge someone and not to tell you, oh, you know what you're thinking is wrong. But just to give them the perspective of that's how you look at it. I could see how you could look at it. I don't agree with it, but I respect you as a human being. And I feel this is my attitude. Every human being deserves a basic level of respect, no matter what, like basically I respect everyone to begin with. It's like, even if someone does something bad, a lot goes into everyone's actions, right? Doesn't mean there are excuses for hurting others or anything like that. But when it comes to emotional things, my coach said something that really was like, okay, really made me think. No one can hurt you. That's very true. Because what hurts you is not what someone says. I'm not talking about physical afflictions here. I'm just talking about emotional things. What actually hurts you is not what the person says or does. What actually hurts you is the way you perceive it. So really looking at, oh, I'm actually the one, like the way I'm perceiving things and telling myself, this really hurts me. This is really wrong what this person does. That's what hurts me. Not the fact that the person said something, but the fact that I label it as, this hurts me, this is wrong, and I'm poor me. I hate, this is language again. I personally don't want to ever get into a victim's mindset. Because then you're helpless. It's like, oh, it's because of this person. Oh, it's because of the circumstances. Why me? Why me? And that's why I never had that. It never crossed my mind. Even with cancer and ending up doing this all by myself without a partner who supports me. Which it would be awesome if I had that. An amazing partner who is also business savvy, who loves the things that I love, that we could be business partners. And I would have had, if someone had been on board, be like, let's have a bunch of kids together. I ended up fulfilling my dreams on my own. So it is what it is. Is it what I always thought I was going to have in life? No. Not the scenario I had in mind, but it is what it is. And there are advantages. So I'm not the victim of anything. I made the choices. I picked the guys that I was with that then turned out it wasn't a good match for me. And I did not feel good in the relationships. I did not feel seen and respected. And nicht beißen. But again, it just didn't vibe with me. It's not like they're bad people or anything. They just do life differently, and it's not what makes me happy. But I was never a victim. These were all my choices, and where I'm now is only because of all my decisions that I made. And I'm gonna wrap it now. I thought it was not gonna be so long, but I wanted to thank you if you stuck around for this long. I will try to vlog some of the things I do this week. There are a couple of hospital appointments, and I'll give you an update. Be blessed, and I'll talk to you soon.